Hello guys, welcome to Data Warriors channel. This session is about insert into statements. So what we are going to cover in this session, we are going to see about insert into statement. Insert into statement is used to insert or add new records to the table, and then we are going to see how to insert data into the table in all columns. The next thing we are going to discuss how to insert data into the specific columns of a table. We are going to see these all things each step by step with the help of practical example. Okay, let me start with it. Open MySQL workbench first. Okay, scroll down. Okay, so now what we are going to discuss today, insert into statement. Okay, so insert into statement is used to insert new records to the table. Okay, and then now if you will refresh this icon, you will be able to see these are the schemas tab, demo and lab. So this demo schema we created in the last tutorial. These are the tables. So in the table section, simply is there and department table is not there. So we are going to create that with help of this. Let me execute. Okay, now if you will refresh this, you will be able to see department table also there. Okay, now we are going to see how to insert data into the table statement. So how insert into table name. So what is syntax? Insert into table name and then values, and inside this we have to pass value 1, then value 2, like this, and then close this semicolon. Okay, so what is syntax of it? Insert into table name, we have to provide in which table we are going to insert the data, and then values against that columns. I'm considering for this table, department table. How we can do that? Let me comment out this part. Okay, let's consider we have to insert data into the department table. We have to write insert into, then what is the table name? Department. So inside which schema this table is there? Inside demo schema. So we have to use demo.department. Okay, insert into demo.department table name and then values we have to give. Okay, inside that it is having, here also you can expand how many columns this demo, from the demo schema this department table having two columns, department id, department name. Okay, so now first we are going to give value as 1. Okay, 1 for the department id, and then department name will be coming in the string format, guys, right? HR we have to give. So this HR, and then you can close this bracket and semicolon. So insert into demo.department values 1 comma HR, and when we will execute this, what will happen? This will insert data into the department table. Department id will be 1 and then department name will be HR. So before executing this, first see what is there in department table. Select start from demo dot. Okay, execute this. Yes, now our department table is empty, no rows are there. Okay, then execute this. Yes, our execution is successful. Now just run this query. Select star from demo.department to read the data from department table. Yes, now the department id 1 is coming and department name HR is coming, which we have inserted. Now we are going to insert new record into the department table. One more record. Okay, then what ID we will give? Department ID 2, and then department will be IT. Okay, similarly insert into demo.department values 2 comma IT. Select this alone and then click on execute. Okay, insert into department values 2 comma IT is successful. Run this query and see. Yes, after executing this second insert statement, we are able to see in the department table, two department are there. One is HR and second department ID having IT department. Okay, now we are able to insert the data. So we are going to see one more example for this. So just click on here. Okay. First, we will read data from employee table. We have two tables here. This employee table is there. So let's start from demo dot employee. We have to do so from I'm missing. Let me add. Okay. Now this table is empty, guys. Right? Okay. So this is the employee table. Okay. These are the column. So one more thing, like if you have to see metadata of it, like what are the column names and data types. So describe. You have to give demo. Okay. Execute this. Now if we have to insert data into this table, so this table is having many fields, right? So how we can do that? We have to write insert into statement, insert into, and then table name will be demo dot employee, and then values you will give, then open bracket. Inside that, first employee ID will be there, which is in integer, so you will provide that one. Then again, what is there? Employee name. What is employee name? We are going to provide Jayesh Patil. Name is in a string format. Okay, name is in string format, so inverted by single quotes. Okay, comma. Then after that, what is their joining date? So joining date will be yesterday's date, so that we have to give any year, month, and date format. So like 2026 06 29, it will be surrounded by the inverted quotes. Okay, and then what will be the department ID? Department ID will be 1, and then what is the location? Location will be Bangalore. So that also again we have to surround by the inverted quotes. Okay. Now what we did, guys, insert into demo.employee. We are inserting data into the employee table where values first is a one is the employee ID we have given. Then employee name will be Jayesh Patil. Then joining date. What is joining date? Yesterday's date 2026 06 29 we are giving, right? And then after that, department ID will be 1, so it is numeric, so no need of inverted quotes. And then Bangalore is a location, guys. Okay, so since it is in a string format, we have to surround it by the inverted quotes. So after executing this, what will happen? Select this and execute. Then read this, select star from a demo.employee table. Okay, so first row we have got employee is 1, and whatever we inserted that is coming, right? We're going to see next thing, how to insert data into the specific column. Okay, now what we are going to see, how to insert data into the specific columns of a table. Okay, okay, instead of these all field names, employee ID, employee name, joining date, and department ID, location, we inserted data. Now we just want to insert data into these three fields, first three fields. As after joining has been done of that employee, we are not aware of their location and department ID. Like currently department is not allotted. Okay, so how we can do that? We have to write insert into, and then table name. What is the table name? Demo.employee. That we will take. Insert into table name demo.employee. Then you have to open one bracket, and after table name you have to specify the columns in which you are going to insert data. When we are inserting in all columns, that time no need to mention table name and the all column names inside that table name function. So here you have to do employee ID, employee name, and then joining date. Then complete this bracket. These three columns we are going to insert data, and then you can hit enter and then write values. Okay, inside values, what we have to give in this sequence, you have to give the values. Employee ID will be 2, and then what will be the name? Akash Kumar. Okay, and then one thing is there, employee is 2, employee name is Akash Kumar, and what will be joining date if employee joined today. So how we can do that? We can give 2026 06 and then 30 also. But instead of this, if today's employee joined today, instead of the hard coded date, what we can do? We can give function current underscore date. Okay, current underscore date we can give. This will return the current date, guys, and then complete this bracket. Okay, so this is the bracket completion for these values. Okay, and then execute this. Okay, and then after that, okay, our execution is successful. Now what we will do, run these things, select asterisk from the demo.employee, means read all data from employee table. Yes, now what you observe here, our next insert statement got executed successfully, and we are able to see employee id 2, then employee name will be Akash Kumar, and then current date is coming here 2026 06 30 as a joining date. But we haven't inserted data in department ID and location, so it is coming as null. Okay, okay, now, okay, so just quick recap, guys, what we did. With help of insert into statement, we can add new records to the table, and then we have saw insert data into all columns of table. How we can do with help of insert into table name, and then values we have to give, right, and then inside that we can specify the values to be inserted. Okay, and in the another case, what we saw, how to insert data into the specific columns of table, and that we did with help of insert into table name, and then after table name we have opened one bracket where we have mentioned column names in which we are going to insert the data. With that sequence, in the values we have given the values. Okay, and then these are the some examples which we have seen for each case. Okay, so guys, just one thing to keep in mind, current underscore date is a SQL built-in function which returns current date in format of year, month, date, which we have used in this session. So thank you, guys, we'll see you in the next session.